In the endless sprawl of the cosmos, where stars burn cold and distant, where silence stretches across light years, there's a world that dares to whisper something different. K2-18B, a name that sounds like a code from a forgotten ledger, is no ordinary planet. It's a rebel, a quiet enigma orbiting a faint red dwarf star 110 light-years away in the constellation of Leo. For years, it teased us with possibilities, hints of water vapor, traces of carbon-based molecules, glimmers of something extraordinary. But now, in the year 2025, the James Webb Space Telescope has peeled back the veil. And what it's revealed isn't just data or chemistry. It's a story that hums with life, a story that tugs at the edges of our hearts and makes us wonder if we've ever truly been alone. This is no sterile report from a distant probe. This is a tale of oceans, of alien skies, of a planet that might be breathing in ways we can scarcely imagine. And as we stand on the brink of this discovery, we're not just looking at a distant world. We're staring into a mirror, reflecting who we are, who we were, and who we might become. Picture it, a planet unlike any we've known, yet hauntingly familiar. K2-18b isn't a barren rock scorched by its star, nor a frozen giant lost in the void. It's a world draped in mystery, a hybrid of ocean and atmosphere, twice the size of Earth, with a mass that presses heavy against the fabric of space. Its surface, scientists believe, is no cracked desert or molten hellscape, but a vast, shimmering ocean stretching from horizon to horizon, cradled by a thick hydrogen atmosphere that holds it gently, like a mother shielding her child from the cold. This is a planet that sits on the knife edge of the habitable zone, that delicate band around its star where liquid water, the cradle of life as we know it, can exist. For years, astronomers watched it, their instruments catching faint whispers of water vapor, then carbon dioxide, then methane. These are the building blocks of life, the notes of a song we've heard before on our own blue world. But it was the James Webb Telescope, with its golden mirror drinking in the light of distant stars, that caught something more. A signal so clear, so undeniable, it sent shivers through the halls of science. In the spring of 2025, the telescope's mid-infrared spectrometer, a tool as precise as it is poetic, turned its gaze on K2-18b's atmosphere and found something that stopped hearts. Dimethyl sulfide, DMS. A molecule so rare, so specific, that on Earth it's produced almost entirely by living things. Tiny phytoplankton drifting in our oceans, exhaling this chemical as they dance beneath the waves. To find it here, 110 light-years away, is like stumbling across a footprint on a deserted shore. But the telescope didn't stop there. It detected dimethyl disulfide, another molecule tied to microbial life, a chemical cousin that deepens the mystery. These aren't just gases floating in a void. They're clues, fragments of a puzzle that, when pieced together, paint a picture of a world alive with possibility. Scientists like Niku Madhusudan, a Cambridge astrophysicist with a poet's curiosity, have dared to say what others only whisper. K2-18b's oceans might be teeming with microscopic life, alien phytoplankton basking in the faint red glow of their star, weaving the first threads of a biosphere not so different from Earth's own infancy. Close your eyes and imagine it. A global ocean, its surface rippling under alien winds, its depths cloaked in darkness, yet alive with tiny sparks of life. These aren't the towering aliens of science fiction, not yet. They're humble, microscopic creatures, perhaps like the phytoplankton that first oxygenated Earth's seas billions of years ago. They might drift in currents, soaking up the dim red light of their star, performing a strange photosynthesis that leaves chemical trails in the water. Or maybe, just maybe, there's more. Some dreamers, scientists with imaginations as vast as the cosmos, wonder if K2-18b harbors filter-feeding organisms, soft-bodied creatures gliding through nutrient-rich waters, not unlike the earliest multicellular life that swam in Earth's ancient seas. In the low gravity of this massive world, in the high-pressure embrace of its atmosphere, could there be life forms that defy our understanding? Creatures that skim the boundary between sea and sky, like flying fish adapted to a world where the rules are different? We don't know, not yet, but the very idea sets your heart racing, doesn't it? It's as if K2-18B is holding up a mirror to Earth's distant past, showing us what we were when life was just a fragile whisper in the deep. This discovery isn't just about molecules or data points, it's about us. It's about the way our chests tighten when we look up at the stars and wonder if someone or something is looking back. For decades, we've asked the same question. Are we alone? We've sent probes to Mars, scanned the skies for signals, and dreamed of distant worlds. But K2-18b feels different. It's not a faint radio pulse or a blurry image. It's a world with oceans, with an atmosphere that hums with the same chemical secrets as our own. The data is clear, verified, statistically significant. It's no longer a question of if, but of what. And as we stand at this crossroads, the weight of it sinks in. This isn't just a planet, it's a possibility. A place where life might not just exist, but thrive, reshaping everything we thought we knew about the universe. It's a reminder that the cosmos isn't just a vast empty stage, it's a story, and we're only beginning to read the first chapter. But with wonder comes tension. If K2-18b is alive, what do we do next? Do we dare to speak, to send a signal across the void, knowing it would take 120 years to reach that distant shore and another 120 for a reply? Some, like physicist Mark Buchanan, urge caution. To reach out, he warns, is to risk exposing Earth to something we don't understand. A civilization, perhaps, or a fragile ecosystem we could unwittingly destroy. Others, like philosopher Anthony Milligan, argue that our responsibility isn't just to ourselves, but to whatever might call K2-18b home. What right do we have to intrude on a world that's been evolving for billions of years without us? Yet there are those, like Avi Loeb, who believe that any life advanced enough to hear us would already know we're here. The debate crackles like static, pulling us between awe and fear, between the urge to connect and the instinct to protect. And all the while, K2-18b waits, its oceans gleaming under a red sun, holding secrets we're only beginning to unravel. The waves of K2-18b shimmer under a red sun, their secrets rippling across 110 light-years to reach us. This isn't just a planet anymore. It's a beacon, a whisper from the cosmos that life might not be Earth's alone. As the James Webb Telescope's data sinks in, humanity stands at a crossroads, hearts pounding with equal parts wonder and dread. The discovery of dimethyl sulfide and disulfide, molecules tied to life, has set the world ablaze. Scientists huddle in observatories, philosophers argue in quiet rooms, and ordinary people gaze at the stars, wondering what it all means. K2-18b, with its vast ocean and hydrogen veil, feels like a memory of Earth's ancient past, a time when life was just a flicker in the deep. But it's also a challenge, forcing us to ask, what do we do with a world that might be alive? Imagine that ocean, its surface catching the dim glow of a cool star, its depths alive with microscopic creatures. Scientists like Nikomata Sudan paint a picture of phytoplankton-like organisms, drifting in currents, soaking up faint red light to fuel a strange alien photosynthesis. Others dare to dream bigger, envisioning soft, filter-feeding creatures gliding through nutrient-rich waters. Their bodies adapted to a world where gravity pulls gently and pressure cradles life. Could there be organisms that dance between sea and sky, skimming the atmosphere in a low-gravity ballet? We can't know, not yet, but the possibility feels like a spark in the dark. K2-18b might be Earth's twin, not as it is now, but as it was billions of years ago, when life was raw, new, and full of promise. To study this world is to peer into our own origins, to see the fragile moment when chemistry became biology. Yet the discovery stirs more than awe, it stirs fear. If K2-18b harbors life, what does that mean for us? The scientific community is split, voices clashing like waves against a shore. Some, like physicist Mark Buchanan, warn against reaching out. A signal sent to K2-18b would take 120 years to arrive, and another 120 for a reply, if there's anyone to answer. What if we awaken something we're not ready to face? What if our message disrupts a delicate ecosystem, like a stone shattering a still pond? Philosopher Anthony Milligan speaks of duty, urging us to protect this alien world as we would our own. We have no right to barge in, he says, his words heavy with the weight of history. But others, like Avi Loeb, shrug off the caution. If intelligent life exists there, he argues, it's already seen us. Our radio waves, our cities glow. To them, we might be insignificant, a fleeting noise in the cosmic static. The debate spills beyond science, seeping into the world's soul. Social media hums with hashtags, hashtag K2Alive, hashtag Ocean World. Each post a mix of hope, fear, and wonder. Religious leaders grapple with the news, some calling it proof of a universe woven with life, a grand design where consciousness blooms like stars. Others clutch their scriptures, uneasy at the thought of a world that challenges their truths. Governments issue cautious statements, balancing excitement with restraint. But beneath the surface, a shift is happening. For the first time, humanity feels watched, not by gods or ghosts, but by the possibility of kin across the stars. It's a feeling that unites us, not in panic, but in a shared breath of awe, a moment where borders blur and we're all just stargazers, necks craned, hearts open. Meanwhile, the race to know more accelerates. NASA, the European Space Agency, even China's CNSA are pouring resources into the next generation of telescopes, LUVOIR, HABEX, and others, designed to probe K2-18B's atmosphere with unprecedented clarity. These instruments won't just see molecules. They'll map the chemistry of a living world, if that's what it is. But some dream beyond observation. The Breakthrough Starshot Initiative, backed by visionaries and billionaires, proposes sending tiny probes propelled by laser sails to reach K2-18B at a fifth the speed of light. It's a journey of 500 years, a timeline that feels impossible, yet humblingly short in the cosmic scale. We may never walk K2-18B's shores, but our machines could glimpse its oceans, carrying a message from Earth to whatever waits there. The idea is thrilling, yet it carries a shadow. Could our curiosity harm what we seek to understand? This question bursts a new conversation. Planetary protection, not for Earth, but for K2-18B. Astrobiologist Monica Vidari speaks with quiet urgency, calling for the planet to be declared an exobiological sanctuary, a world studied only from afar. If life exists there, she says, it's been evolving for billions of years without us. We must not interfere. International panels are forming, proposing interstellar no-fly zones, rules to guide future probes and signals. It's a strange, beautiful shift in perspective. For centuries, we've seen the cosmos as ours to conquer, a frontier to claim. Now we're learning humility, recognizing that even microbial life, if it exists, is a miracle worth preserving. K2-18B isn't just a discovery, it's a lesson in restraint. A reminder that to find life is to take on the responsibility of protecting it. As the world grapples with these questions, K2-18B's cultural impact grows. Documentaries are in production, weaving science with storytelling, while fiction writers spin tales of alien oceans and creatures that glide through hydrogen skies. Artists paint K2-18B's seas, their canvases glowing with reds and blues, capturing a world both alien and intimate. In classrooms, children ask if they'll ever meet the creatures of K2-18B, their eyes wide with dreams. It's a moment of global unity, rare and fragile, where we're not divided by politics or borders, but bound by a shared question: what's out there? And in that question, we find something deeper, a reflection of our own fragility, our own resilience. K2-18B, with its possible life, reminds us how precious Earth is, how delicate the balance that lets us thrive. The planet's story is far from over. Each new observation, each molecule detected, pulls us closer to truth. Is K2-18B alive, or are we seeing shadows of chemistry we don't yet understand? The James Webb Telescope continues its vigil, its data a lifeline to a world we may never touch. For now we wait, suspended between belief and proof, our imaginations racing across the stars. K2-18B is no longer a dot in a telescope's lens. It's a possibility, a whisper that life might be the rule, not the exception, in the vast, quiet universe. And as we listen to that whisper, we're not just discovering a planet, we're discovering ourselves, our place in a story that's only beginning to unfold. The red glow of K2-18B's star bathes its oceans, a distant world that feels closer with every new discovery. The James Webb Telescope has given us more than data. It's given us a story, one that weaves together hope, fear, and the quiet thrill of standing on the edge of the unknown. This planet, 110 light-years away, with its shimmering seas and whispers of life, is no longer just a speck in the cosmos. It's a mirror reflecting our deepest questions about existence, our place among the stars, and what it means to find kin in the vast silence. As the world grapples with the possibility of alien life, K2-18B is reshaping not just science, but the way we see ourselves. The molecules dimethyl sulfide, dimethyl disulfide, hover in its atmosphere like echoes of Earth's ancient oceans. Scientists imagine microscopic life drifting in those alien waters, perhaps glowing faintly under a crimson sun, their existence a fragile spark in the dark. But what if it's more? What if K2-18B harbors creatures that pulse with strange vitality, adapted to a world where oceans meet sky in ways we can't yet fathom? The thought stirs something primal, a mix of awe and unease. This isn't just about finding life. It's about confronting the idea that we're part of something bigger, a universe where life might bloom as naturally as stars. Every new observation pulls us closer to an answer, yet each answer births a dozen questions. Are we seeing the first signs of a biosphere or a chemical mirage? The telescope keeps watching, its golden mirror a silent witness to a story unfolding across light years. Humanity's response is a tapestry of wonder and caution. Space agencies pivot, pouring dreams into telescopes like LUVOIR and HABEX, built to decode the chemistry of distant worlds. The Breakthrough Starshot Initiative whispers of probes, tiny emissaries speeding toward K2-18B on beams of light, a 500-year journey to glimpse its seas. But with these dreams comes responsibility. Voices like Monica Vidari's rise, urging us to treat K2-18B as sacred, an exobiological sanctuary untouched by our ambition. This life, if it exists, isn't ours to claim, she says, her words a plea for humility. International councils now debate interstellar ethics, crafting rules to protect alien worlds as fiercely as we guard our own. It's a shift that feels new, yet ancient, a recognition that discovery carries a duty to preserve. The cultural ripples spread wide. K2-18B's oceans, their brushes tracing waves under alien skies. Writers spin tales of creatures gliding through misty air, while children sketch planets in notebooks, dreaming of worlds beyond their own. Social media buzzes, #K2, alive trends alongside memes and prayers, a global chorus of curiosity. Religious leaders speak of a universe alive with purpose, while skeptics warn we're not ready for what we might find. Yet beneath it all, there's unity, a shared heartbeat. K2-18B isn't just a planet, it's a story we're all writing together, a moment where humanity pauses, looks up, and feels the weight of its own smallness and its boundless potential. What does this mean for us? K2-18B is a reminder of Earth's fragility, its oceans a mirror to our own. It whispers of life's resilience, how it might take root in the unlikeliest places, just as it did here, billions of years ago. This discovery isn't an end, but a beginning. It's a call to protect our world, to cherish the delicate balance that lets us thrive. It's a question, too. If we're not alone, what do we become? Do we shout into the void hoping for an answer, or stay silent, listening to the universe's heartbeat? For now, K2-18B waits, its secrets safe in its seas, while we stand at the threshold, hearts open, ready to learn.